So we've made it through the dashboard, navigating the lead database. We've made it through like what to cover in the individual lead page. Now let's say you're speaking with someone, you've hit the call button and you're letting the phone ring, so on and so forth. We're going to go over what's actually on the call status page here. So when you actually dial the phone, when you press that call button, it'll dial it for you, and you can just switch right back to your web browser and you're going to be right here. Now this is the call status page. This is extremely important. Again, write this down. If you press the back button to go back to the lead database, it will not log your calls properly. You have to use the links in the website. So you have a summary of everything that's up there. For every type of lead, you're going to have a little summary of what's on there. You can view details and comments if you need to. Most of the time you don't need to. Below that it says call status. Now, let's make this really simple. When you go to set appointment, let's say you're speaking to someone and you set an actual appointment. When you click on that, it's going to give you a list of days and times. Once you select it, it'll log it for you. You'll see that in your schedule, and it'll bring you right back to that lead page. Okay? Next, you can set drop by appointment. Again, you can ignore that. Following that, set a callback appointment. Let's say you spoke to somebody and there's obviously a lot going on. You're not getting them. You can't get them to really focus right now. You can call them back in an hour, for example, or call them back on a different day. That's how you'll do that. Again, you pick the date and time, and it'll show up in your schedule for you as specifically a callback appointment. Left message, pretty self-explanatory. No answer. No one answered the phone. Reschedule appointment. Again, let's say you speak with someone you already have scheduled, and for whatever reason the time that you had picked isn't going to work. That's fine. You need to reschedule them. No big deal. You're just going to use this, and it'll categorize that and log it properly through Impact. So make sure that you're using that. Refuse appointment. Now, these last two, these are important. Refuse appointment and do not contact. All right. So refuse appointment. Let's say that you speak to someone, and for whatever reason, you are not going to be able to set an appointment with them. They're fairly unpleasant, and they just don't want to be contacted. That's totally fine. Use refused appointment. This is very important. Use refused appointment. What will happen is that's going to get removed out of your lead database, and it'll get flagged and removed out of the main database for the agency. Now, do not contact is a different story. You're never going to use this. And the main reason for this is once that button is pressed, we can never undo it. So a good example is, and again, this does happen where someone might hit do not contact by accident, and we have to go into the database and pull that lead back. We can do that, but what will happen is it always blocks out their phone number. So that has to be a manual dial every single time. And then on top of that, this happens and it has happened, where someone might be logged as a do not contact. We have to pull that lead back. Someone calls them, manually dials them, sets an appointment, works with them, makes a sale. Now they're a policyholder with us. Well, if the company ever needs to reach out to them for one reason or another, guess what? Yeah, that's right. Instead of a phone number, it's going to show do not contact. So we don't have a way to effectively reach out to them very easily. So this is very important. Don't ever use the do not contact button. You're going to use refused appointment. I'll see you in the next one, guys.